Hey, what's up everyone? It's Anthony from Anthony Vlog, and this is an emergency video that I really thought I should have done a lot earlier, a lot sooner. And this is to do with flying your BEBOP 2 over water. Now, the BEBOP 2 relies on the ultrasonic sensor, which is underneath the drone. If you look underneath it, it has a tiny little camera and the ultrasonic sensor. What this does is, at low altitudes, the ultrasonic sensor pings the ground and a ping is returned, and that calculates the proximity. So when you are flying over water, if you're moving, the ping does not have enough time to penetrate the surface of the water. So it determines that the surface of the water is, in actual fact, a solid, the ground. So if you're moving and flying over water, that is absolutely no problem. But if you go too fast, if you like flying really low, 2 or 3 feet, and using sports mode, that's a different story where it's going to pitch too hard. The ultrasonic sensor angle is going to be way too much, so it's going to be sensing a lengthier distance, but that's for another video. This video is only about flying over water, and the most important thing that I want you to know is do not hover over water very low. The reason for this is the ultrasonic sensor is pinging the surface of the water. It determines that as the ground, so it calculates or it reports the distance from the drone to the surface of the water. Now, if your drone stays there constantly, the possibility of the pings penetrating the surface of the water and traveling past the surface, that is when the drone won't receive the same quality feedback. And that is going to tell the drone that the altitude has changed, even though the altitude has not changed, but the reading distance has actually changed because it's now reading further than the surface of the water. So when this happens, the drone will do what it's always programmed to do in altitude hold. Remember, these drones have altitude hold and position hold. So in altitude hold, if there is a discrepancy in the height, which is not user input, the drone will automatically adjust its altitude to maintain the same altitude it had prior. Actually, to be safe, just go over 16 feet if you want to do a hover. But anything lower than that, keep it moving, keep it slow. But if you must hover even lower, always keep your thumb on the throttle and always have visual contact with the drone where you can see if it's dipping. Once it starts to dip, you need to push it up and lift the drone up. If it doesn't, then you will think that the drone it crashed because it had a problem with something in the drone that made it just go into the water by itself. No, it's doing what it's programmed to do, which is compensate for that change in altitude. The change in altitude was not because the ground moved, because it's not ground. The change in altitude was because the sensing is not designed or specifically designed to work with liquids or water. So that is just a caution. I don't want any of you to lose your drones. Spread this message, comment on Facebook to people asking about flying over water. Make sure that they don't hover really low. That is all for now. That is the emergency video that I really didn't want to wait to share with you, because I do not want any of you, I know some of you are new, you're getting the drones now, the BEBOP 2, so I don't want you to go and experiment and fly over water really low and leave it then hover and try and look for something, and then it descends into the lake or river. So share this message and I'll catch you on the next one. Until next time, fly safe and God bless.